I've been saying it for weeks that the whiteboard, the mystical whiteboard a lot of people have on ways to combat ICE and what's going on in the world, it's not working. It's failing. It's just making a lot of people look stupid. I have begged you all to erase that and come up with something new. Well, I found out recently they erased it. They finally did it. They erased what all the stupid ideas were, and now they have a new idea. Going to all the places that they find entertainment and asking, hey, what do you think about what's going on in the world? As if that changes anything. And my issue with this is very simple. You asking a streamer, what do you think about what's going on in the world? Nets no positive or negative. I've seen people react to this Emaru thing and saying, it's very disingenuous and how could you not know about what's going on in the world? Here's a newsflash for everybody. Some people don't want to talk about this shit. I haven't watched this yet. I'm going to figure out what it is that this woman said that was so heinous. But a lot of people don't want to talk about it. Some people want to game. Some people want to react. Some people will give their opinions on things. And it's best to go seek them out. That way you could find out how they think and how they operate and what they deem as good, ethical, unethical, bad, evil, holier than thou, satanic. It's easy to find. But this weird, I need to ask you what you think about this. I need to ask you what you think about this. It's stupid because the logic around it doesn't really make sense unless you're willing to navigate your entire life around if people agree with your stance or disagree with your stance. I saw somebody in the realm of this entire topic bring up how, oh, would somebody go to a restaurant if the owners or the restaurant workers support something differently? And somebody was stupid enough to say, well, no, because you're only going there for the food. So that means if you were somebody who owns a restaurant and you were a fan of ICE deporting people, these virtue signalers are just like, fuck it, doesn't matter. I want that prime ribeye medium fucking well or rare or whatever you motherfuckers eat at steak.
You're being dishonest if you say it's insane to want to know where your favorite creators stand politically. I saw Denisha Carter talking about this, and I kind of want to put in my 2 cents, right? You're not entitled to know anything about anybody, really. Like, she made a really good point on that, right? But if you are giving somebody your money, your time, your emotional energy, you're supporting them, it's well within your rights to want to know who you are supporting.
This sentiment only applies to things that are absurdly unjust, and it on both sides can be deemed as wrong. Because if we're trying to go the same way, if I try to use the same logic, leftists support the mutilation of children. I don't support that, and I consider it unjust. Therefore, I should withdraw my support from everyone who believes in such. The example you used in your video was the content creator wants black people, or you, I'm assuming that you're talking about black, to be in a plantation, which isn't even currently happening. And despite what most leftists or most Democrats believe, isn't going to come into fruition. My example is more relevant because it's genuinely happening right now. There have been 73 million abortions within the last year. So my examples are much more relevant in this situation. That being said, the people I watch, which are like anime creators or gaming creators, I watch them because that's what they do. That's what they're selling. I don't care about their politics. Their politics holds no relevance to me. Because I can categorize people from who they are to what they're pushing out, the content they're pushing out. At the end of the day, it's a business transaction. That's all it has to be. That's all it needs to be. A business transaction. I'm getting content that I like, and you're pushing out content I like. That's all it is. So in the grand scheme of things, it just doesn't matter, because that's not what I'm there for, 1. And for 2, you do not have the power to enforce any of the beliefs you have. So why should I care?
So it's not really based in any consistency. It's just based in, I feel as though I want to hear you agree with me. And if you don't agree with me, I'm mad for no reason. Meanwhile, the whole time I'm seeing think piece after think piece. Mexicans are being deported. Somalians are being viewed as nothing but scammers who eat bananas and rice, while you motherfuckers perform the dumbest way possible. Now, I want to hear what she said that was so bad.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to like say their opinions on like important topics. I get that, right? But it's like,
I don't know what this shitty music is.
if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to like get off the internet. Like,
you know what? I absolutely agree with what I just heard. You're dealing with somebody who probably, I have no idea who the fuck this is, knows next to nothing. Now, could somebody possibly avoid everything that goes on in the world, especially if you live in America? Impossible. But if you see something and you don't want to engage, who cares? You have that right to not know or not really want to engage too deep in something that you might think is a little bit dark or out of your knowledge. Oh, but educate yourself this, educate yourself that. You can't say with true confidence, everybody on this planet has educated themselves about every single damn thing. It's unfortunate that some people out there live as if, oh, you should know everything. You should know every single thing all the time. Some people don't. Some people really do not. And what can you do? Are you going to force them to care? No, because that's just going to turn them off even more. And honestly, why in the fuck could you possibly hope to care about the opinions of a woman in a fur coat, a cowboy hat, who is looking at food on a screen? Are we possibly fucking for real at the current moment? There are streamers who dedicate hours to political discourse, current day topics, trending topics that are from ICE to the presidency to politicians giving a shit or not giving a shit. They are there. Why are we, for some reason, caring about Emiru and her opinions in regards to this? It's impossible for me to understand.
just stop. Like hello? Like, I don't, like, what? Like, how am I gonna, I don't know, get help? Like, even, like, I don't know, like, obviously I don't, like, dislike any of the political streamers, except for, like, some of, like, the really bad ones. I don't really like them. But it's, like, I don't understand how in the first place people care so much what they say. I guess it's because they just have...
Because they need a little bit of validation. They need a little bit of understanding. And they also, because I've seen this point too, and I feel like, again, it could be valid if you decide to do it with your everyday life and not just with streamers. You want to give your time, effort, money, all of this to people who agree with you or who align with you or who make it a safe space for you. And you know what? I could understand that, again, if you put that to every fabric of your life.
If a creator dodges a question about ICE, it's probably because they support them. She said, why are you asking a non-political streamer about politics? First of all, this isn't politics. Any person watching this video, plus you, Emiru, could walk outside and you could be killed next by ICE. Yes, executed, murdered, because that's what they're doing. And says, you probably need to get off the internet if you need somebody who doesn't know about politics to tell you about politics. That's not why we're asking. And two, if you don't know anything about what's going on with ICE, you're a fucking dumbass. Your job is online. Scroll for a little bit. You'll learn. And that's not why people are even asking about ICE. Nice little way to spin the question. We're asking about ICE because we don't want to support somebody who supports ICE. But you know what? This shit is not shocking in the slightest. I peeped this a long time ago. If you see anything go down in the poggers community, somebody gets exposed for being a pedo, somebody gets exposed for being a rapist, or whatever, they got a picture, clip, or video with Emiru just tee-hee, ha-ha-ha in the clip. She always around the weird niggas. This take out of her is just not shocking in the slightest. She runs a podcast with Asmin Chud. Fuck ICE, fuck Trump. You stand with either of them, fuck you.
Because if you go to a store and the owner supports ICE or supports Donald Trump, what? Are you never going to shop there again? That was the most convenient store you had close to you that was either drivable by only a few minutes or walking distance that was able to actually accommodate all the needs that you have. Now, you mean to tell me you're going to go further away from that because of opinions? You mean to tell me that if a restaurant has owners in it that don't support what you support, you're now no longer there? Well, wait a minute. You still got these people who just want to show up for the food. So again, it's not really about the substance. It's about the performance of looking good and looking cool. I'm sorry, but in the realm of Emiru I think about it just like that Dave Chappelle clip about Ja Rule. I don't give a fuck about Emiru's opinion on a damn thing. I don't really give a fuck about Hassami's, or whatever the fuck his name is, opinion on a fucking thing. I don't give a fuck about Asmongold, Markiplier, Agent Zero, Chris Smooth, any of these people. Why? Because you have politicians who have to make or break these damn decisions. You have politicians who are in office that are either making the world worse or making the world better. Signs point to worse. You have people in suits dancing around subject matters like that list and instead blowing smoke in everybody's fucking ass. This shit is not what you should really be caring about. So the bitch don't have too much of a strong opinion a Mexican is being deported. You sitting there complaining, why won't Emiru have a real take? Why won't Emiru discuss this in any form of passion? A family is being separated and being thrown in different detention centers. You're losing what you should be caring about the most by focusing on this. And I struggle to understand why. Until I recognize that it's just for the sake of hoping somebody that you watch, or some group that you love, or a restaurant owner that you barely even see just agrees with you so that you could be comfortable sitting there or eating there or buying from there as for the 15th time, Mexican family gets deported. Congratulations, this gimmick didn't work. Erase this off of the whiteboard, and for the love of fuck, please, I'm begging you, please find ideas that will work and get people to care, because this weird bitching and this weird peer review studying, it's not working. It's just turning people off. It's making people not like some individuals. It's not good. Everyone wants people of high status to be on their side because it makes them feel validated, which is stupid. Correct. It's a bunch of people who don't really believe in their opinions too much, so they hop from person to person to person to person in the hopes that somehow, if that person that has a crumb of more financial status than them agrees, it somehow makes everything that they say matter more. And if that's how you genuinely feel about situations regarding families being torn apart, the ethical or unethical ways ICE is operating in illegal immigrant situations and legal citizen situations, then your opinion fucking sucks, and it needs a little bit more fine tuning, and you need more self-confidence. It is not difficult to say, if you believe it, that ICE sucks and there needs to be a different fucking way to go about this. It doesn't take a fucking celebrity or someone who has $1 more than you saying the exact same thing to mean your opinion holds weight. Your opinion should hold weight based on your integrity and how you view the situation and how you plan to operate around it. If you start begging people or start peer review studying motherfuckers into agreeing, congratulations. All you're gonna get is a few more motherfuckers saying fuck you and your opinion and how much it sucks. Figure out a different plan, because oh my, the more it seems to be a common occurrence of motherfuckers thinking, hey, my idea is the greatest idea, and it's just a dumbass trying to look cool online, the more people gladly and gleefully start saying leftists have no ideas and they fucking suck and they're deranged and they're a bunch of terrorists. Do you want that? Probably not. So erase this idea off the fucking whiteboard and come up with a new one. And in the meantime, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you dumb fucks in the next one. Mwah! MVP Sam Darnold.